2026 is not just another year. It is a mirror that forces you to look at who you've become and who you could have been if fear, excuses, and comfort had not taken control. Let's be honest, the past years were not easy. You tried, you failed, you doubted yourself. You watched others move ahead while you stayed stuck in the same place, making the same promises, breaking them again and again. Nights passed with regret. Mornings began with stress. Somewhere along the way, you stopped believing in your own potential. But here's the truth most people avoid. Your life didn't collapse because you are weak. It stalled because you stopped demanding more from yourself. This is your wake-up call. 2026 does not care about your past. It doesn't care about your excuses, your bad luck, or the people who betrayed you. Time only responds to action, and right now it is giving you a chance, a rare one, to reset everything. A comeback does not begin with motivation. It begins with pain. The pain of staying the same, finally becoming greater than the pain of change. Look at your habits. Look at how you spend your days, scrolling instead of building, complaining instead of learning, waiting instead of acting. This version of you, this tired, distracted, undisciplined version, cannot enter the next chapter. Something has to die for something greater to be born. And that something is your old identity. 2026 demands a different mindset. A mindset that says, I will no longer negotiate with my comfort. A mindset that understands that discipline is not punishment, it is freedom. No one is coming to save you. No perfect moment is arriving. No magical motivation will suddenly change everything. This is the moment. Decide right now that this year will not be remembered as just another year. Decide that 2026 will be the year people say, that's when everything changed for them. You don't need confidence, you need commitment. Confidence comes later, after the work, after the sacrifice, after the days you didn't feel like showing up but did anyway. This is where your comeback begins, not tomorrow, not next week, but now. A true comeback requires destruction, controlled destruction. You cannot build a new life on old habits. You cannot expect new results while repeating the same routines that already failed you. The first step of your 2026 comeback is simple, but brutal. Cut ties with the version of you that kept you small. That version loves comfort. It avoids responsibility. It waits for motivation instead of creating discipline. This year, comfort becomes the enemy. Wake up earlier than you want to. Train your body even when your mind resists. Work when it's boring. Learn when it's uncomfortable. Most people want change without sacrifice. That's why most people stay average. Your comeback demands standards, non-negotiable standards. You don't scroll first thing in the morning. You don't waste nights on distractions. You don't surround yourself with people who mock your goals or drain your energy. You replace bad habits with structure. You replace chaos with routine. You replace excuses with execution. This is not about becoming extreme. This is about becoming intentional. Every action you take in 2026 should answer one question. Does this move me closer to the person I want to become? If the answer is no, cut it. Some days you'll feel lonely. Growth often feels like isolation. When you start leveling up, you won't fit in with your old circle anymore. And that's a sign you're on the right path. You don't need approval, you need progress. Remember, discipline feels hard at first, but regret lasts forever. When you train your mind to do what is necessary instead of what is easy, something powerful happens. Your self-respect returns. Your confidence grows quietly. You start trusting yourself again. That's when momentum begins. Your comeback isn't loud in the beginning. It's silent, private, built when no one is watching. Burn the old version, not with anger, but with clarity, because the future you is waiting. Your comeback will not be decided in one big moment. It will be decided in ordinary days. The days when nothing exciting happens. The days when progress feels invisible. The days when quitting seems logical. This is where most people fail, not because they lack talent, but because they lack consistency. 2026 is a daily war, a war between who you are and who you must become. Every morning you choose. Every night you pay the price of that choice. Small actions compound. One workout skipped becomes a habit. One excuse repeated becomes an identity. But the opposite is also true. One disciplined day becomes momentum. One focused week becomes belief. One consistent month becomes transformation. Stop chasing intensity. Start mastering consistency. You don't need to do everything. You need to do the right things every single day. Build a simple system. Train your body, sharpen your skill, protect your focus, reflect at night. That's it. No motivation required. Motivation is unreliable. Discipline is permanent. There will be days when you feel tired. Show up anyway. There will be days when results are slow. Stay patient. There will be days when doubt screams loudly. Keep moving. This is what separates winners from spectators. Your comeback requires you to become comfortable with discomfort, to understand that boredom is part of mastery, that silence is part of growth. One day, you'll look back and realize the days you wanted to quit were the days that built you the most. Don't seek applause, seek alignment, because when your actions align with your goals, confidence becomes unshakable. The daily war is where legends are forged. At some point in 2026, something changes. You won't notice it immediately, but others will. Your posture shifts, your voice becomes calmer, your presence stronger. Why? Because you are no longer pretending. You have become the person you promised yourself you'd be. This is the identity shift. You don't try anymore. You execute. You don't wait for motivation. You rely on standards. Your comeback is no longer a goal, it's your reality. Failures no longer break you. They teach you. Challenges no longer scare you. They sharpen you. You understand now. Success is not confidence, it's competence earned through repetition. You stop chasing validation. You stop explaining yourself. You stop competing with others. You compete with yesterday's version of you. This is the most dangerous version of a person. Someone who knows who they are and what they're capable of. 2026 becomes the year you stopped surviving and started building. The year you chose long-term respect over short-term pleasure. The year you proved to yourself that discipline changes everything. Your comeback is no longer a secret. It shows in your results. It shows in your mindset. It shows in your peace. Your comeback was never just about you. It was about breaking a cycle. It was about proving that circumstances do not decide destiny, choices do. One day someone will ask how you changed your life, and you'll say, I stopped waiting and started becoming. 2026 will be remembered as the year you took responsibility, the year excuses lost their power, the year discipline rewrote your story. You didn't become perfect. You became relentless, and that is enough. This is your greatest comeback.